So I was just looking at the control. It does have controller settings, which is really cool. You can even like press. I don't have to tap on the screen like I do in COD Mobile. And then you can look at the layout. I'm not playing on an Xbox controller. I'm using a GameSir controller, but it's kind of the same, I would say. So it's basically playing like an Xbox, but you can change it to PlayStation. And then once you get to controller layout, um, you can see your. I like the settings they gave us, like from the start. I think it's pretty good. The only thing I really changed, and I'll show you guys here in a bit. If I end up like not liking the way something feels on a controller, I'll probably mess with it. But the controller settings that they give you at the beginning of the game feels pretty good to me. I don't think it's too crazy. I feel like sometimes games don't do enough for the control support. One of those games, especially being like Bloodstrike, I feel like Bloodstrike is like they have their control support isn't good in terms of messing with the settings. I feel like I have to play on like two out of like 10. And if I do three, it's just insanely fast. And anything beyond that is just crazy, like too fast for controller. So I have to play on two. And then COD Mobile's control support's okay. I literally was just talking about this too. They have, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. So they have Dead Zone, which is something that a lot of people ask for. They give you 10. I usually use 11, 11 or 12 for my Dead Zone. I don't change it too much, but they do have Dead Zone, which is pretty cool. I know a lot of people have been asking for that on COD Mobile. I don't think COD Mobile will ever add it. I just feel like um, they're really annoying about the controller support. Like they don't really care about the controller players. They just kind of have the controller support. I will say I think they've made one like good change. At least for me, I've been able to find more matches, especially during the night. So I think what they've done is they've allowed players that play on controller. They've allowed people to play from master up until legendary. Sometimes just because I'll play against players and I can tell that they're already legendary, and I'm finding matches on master at like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, which is kind of unheard of. So I do kind of appreciate that, but I would even go as far as like letting people from pro play with um master, or not master, with legendary players, because like it's not that hard. Like it's literally just a grind to get up to legendary. But I just wanted to show you guys the control support. I think it's pretty good. It feels pretty nice from what I've seen at least. And you guys can go from there pretty much. Just wanted to go through the controller settings, or the controller setting, I guess, that they give you.
Take a look at this, Wolf.
Let's see real quick. So they have a lot of like a lot more than I would say most games. I would even say every game. I don't think there's a game. Farlight 84 had pretty good settings, I would say, that you can mess with. But what happened with them was, I mean, they took out the control support if you guys haven't seen that already. So that's kind of frustrating. But this game has it all pretty much. You can even swap shoulder buttons, auto look center, sprint. That's kind of crazy. But yeah, I like the controller settings on here. Like they're you can definitely mess with this game a lot if you play on a controller. I really hope they make a lot of good changes for this game. The game itself is pretty good, but like I said, I feel like a lot like if you're gonna make a online game, you better keep updating it a lot so people come back. I wouldn't say like every other week. I would say like at least once a month or every 6 weeks, maybe every 2 months. I would even say 2 months is kind of pushing it. I think like Apex would do every 2 months or 3 months or something like that. Something kind of crazy. Like once people play the game long enough, it gets so boring. So having to make updates every month, I think like is a good change just to keep the the community coming back. I feel like that's why COD Mobile does a really good job. Like Warzone, did not do a good job, and I think that's why they aren't here anymore. But like COD Mobile makes an update every month, sometimes every like even every 2 weeks, which honestly isn't bad when you think about it, because it's like you're making essentially like if you're doing once a month, that's 12 updates a year. That's like I don't think that's a lot to be honest, but yeah, that's just my opinion.